MotorWeek is made possible by TireRack.com, Hum by Verizon, RockAuto.com, State Farm, and WeatherTech.
Well, hello and welcome again to MotorWeek 89. We're glad to have you with us. In the sometimes conservative European car market, Audi has always stood apart. It was the first company to introduce full-time four-wheel drive for performance cars. And while other European manufacturers have always favored even numbers of cylinders in their engine bays, Audi has relied chiefly on a series of very unconventional five-cylinder power plants. Unfortunately for Audi, Americans who buy European cars are often as conservative as the companies that make them. As a result, many potential buyers have shunned the five-cylinder Audis in favor of the competitors' more traditional 4-, 6-, and 8-cylinder engines. Audi's solution is a new V8 engine, a very conservative configuration, but it lives in a car that is still uniquely Audi.
After years of negative publicity and declining sales, Audi is on the comeback trail. The main vehicle by which Audi is trumpeting its revival is a new flagship, the V8 Quattro. Unlike previous U.S. market Audis, the V8 Quattro offers a healthy dose of aggression to go with its dignified 200 series-derived styling. The wide, blunt nose and prominent grille, low-profile, high-performance tires, and flared wheel arches bring to mind the Sport Quattro of the early 80s. A fearsome five-cylinder, 300-horsepower supercar that never made it onto American roads. But the reality behind the looks is a bit different. This new Audi has 8 cylinders arranged in a V configuration. And while it doesn't pump out the earth-shattering power of the Sport Quattro, its 240 horsepower and 245 pound-feet of torque is nothing to sneeze at. Audi's V8 is superbly engineered. 32 valves, 4 overhead cams, and a lightweight 62-pound aluminum block have been sculpted into one of the cleanest, most visually appealing engines ever delivered in a passenger car. Audi's first modern V8 is connected to another first. The first automatic transmission successfully mated to the famed Quattro all-wheel drive system. The 4-speed automatic features 3 different shift settings, an efficiency setting for economy, a more aggressive sport mode, and a manual shift setting for slippery conditions. Locked into sport mode, the V8 Quattro launches cleanly off the line. There's little tire squeal thanks to the Quattro system's immediate traction, but it takes 9.7 seconds to reach 60 miles per hour. The quarter mile ends in 17 seconds at 86, both slower than we'd expect from a V8. Indeed, the V8 Quattro is slow off the line, but when the power does appear, it throws the car down the last half of the track with an Autobahn-like rush. The butter-smooth transmission maintains a constant flow of V8 muscle. Runs with the transmission in efficiency mode produced identical times, but a markedly different character. The car felt calmer, less aggressive. And extended road drive confirmed these track impressions. The E setting is well suited to relaxed highway cruising. A low 65 decibel interior sound level contributes to the car's easygoing feel. We like the smooth, solid German ride, but not the EPA mileage ratings of 14 city, 18 highway. We got 18 miles per gallon. Sooner or later, the highway ends and the road gets twisty. Flip the transmission into sport mode and the V8 Quattro becomes a sharp, aggressive automobile, a big sports sedan with the emphasis on sport. Track testing confirms the Quattro's legendary handling prowess. This newest, totally automatic Quattro system produces tremendous lateral grip, making it almost impossible to break the tires loose. This makes this 2-ton V8 feel like a much smaller car. Quick, accurate power steering with plenty of feedback helps you to put the car right where you want it in a corner. The front end plows a bit during emergency maneuvers and the tail feels a bit light, but the tires never let go, despite some rather loud protest on their part. Good braking performance is expected from German cars, and this one does not disappoint. 4-wheel disc with anti-lock haul the big Quattro down from 60 in a smooth average distance of 120 feet. Modulation and feedback are flawless, and stability is rock solid. After this much good driving, we would consider a nice interior to be a bonus, but it's all standard in the V8 Quattro, everything from power seats to a sunroof. There's even a cellular phone. The comfortable blending of fine leather and generous burled walnut accents illustrate how much warmer German interiors have become in the last few years. They're also practical. You only have to look at the precise layout of large analog gauges to see that. They sweep along the dash in a smooth, organized pattern. Step into the spacious interior and you settle into seats that are comfortable and supportive. The power adjustments are very comprehensive, but even they cannot compensate for the maddening German habit of not including a tilt wheel. As a result, the airbag-equipped steering wheel hides the tops of some gauges. The well-marked stock controls are also inexplicably hidden by the fixed wheel, and the driver loses valuable legroom. The AM/FM cassette stereo shares space with other well-marked controls, including individual seat heaters and an on-off switch for the anti-lock brakes. Foolproof automatic climate controls keep the interior at optimum driving temperature. Rear seat room is generous by most people's standards, though some 6-foot staff members found the headroom to be a bit tight. Rear compartment features include separate heat ducts, a pull-out ski bag, and a retractable sunshade. Trunk space is also generous, with our test car easily swallowing a full set of luggage. And now the answer to the question that you've all been asking: how much? Including a $1,050 gas guzzler tax, the Audi V8 Quattro cost a healthy $48,500. High as that is, it's still less than the price of a BMW 735i. Both cars offer superb performance, but the BMW has better rear seat headroom, and its superior reputation means better resale value. Though Audi's unique 3-year warranty, which covers all regular maintenance charges, may soon change that. The Jaguar XJ6 Vanden Plas cost about the same as the V8 Quattro and offers similar features. It doesn't quite match the Audi's performance or rear seat headroom, but it's one of the most prestigious luxury cars available. The big Audi's hit should quickly put it up in the Jaguar ranks. The V8 Quattro combination delivers excellent overall performance. That's backed up by the handsome, aggressive styling. There's also the roomy, luxurious interior, top-notch standard features, generous luggage space, and one of the best warranties available. Most misses can be traced to the lack of a tilt wheel, which hides both gauges and stock-mounted controls. It also cuts driver legroom. And 18 miles per gallon is nothing to crow about. But if you want one of the best current examples of German automotive engineering, the Audi V8 Quattro is definitely worth a good hard look. Audi has entered a new era, one built on harsh experience and a history of technical innovation. Audi is back in the U.S., and with products like the V8 Quattro, clearly back to stay.